I permanently deleted my social media accounts, and with that, years of posts, followers, and digital memories gone in a single click. This was not just a digital detox, but it was a complete rewiring of my life, and it is one of the most freeing decisions that I've ever made. Hello, my name is Tanvi, and in this video, I'm going to talk about why I deleted social media, what are the benefits you experience after deleting it, and what are the factors one must consider before making such a decision. I mainly used Instagram and Facebook, and even though I did not post frequently, I visited these apps regularly. Over the years, I started to feel like my connections on these platforms were superficial. I had school friends and other acquaintances I didn't really know much about until I saw their posts of good times on social media. This gave me a false sense of connection, wrapped up in likes, comments, and compliments. But beyond that, there was nothing meaningful. We never met, called, or had meaningful conversations. Also, growing awareness of how social media can negatively impact our lives if it is not used intentionally made me question whether likes and comments are even a form of genuine connection. The introduction of Reels made it worse. Within a second, your emotions could be altered from sadness to happiness and from happiness to excitement. Another reason I deleted these apps was the urge that I started feeling to take photos with this hidden agenda of posting them on Instagram. Along with that came the pressure to make every photo look Insta-worthy, as if there was no room for imperfections. Gone were the days when we clicked photos just to capture a moment and store it as a memory. There is this unspoken influence from social media companies when it comes to capturing our moments and sharing our lives. Also, over time, I realized that social media had become a means for flexing rather than a genuine connection. Flexing, the vacations you go on, the purchases you make, or the goals you achieve, all of these things are shared on autopilot, as if an experience is not real if it is not flaunted. These apps create this illusion that sharing makes our experiences more valuable. What this really does is increase our people-pleasing tendencies. We exchange our personal moments for validation in form of likes and comments. If this exchange is taken too seriously, it can create a dependency on these apps by delivering a dopamine hit which is disguised as a false sense of connection. Another reason why I deleted these apps was the spotlight effect that they create in our minds, making you feel like all eyes are on you whenever you post. This feeling brings with it an intense pressure to appear perfect, as if your every post, every photo, and every word is being closely judged. Social media constantly bombards us with advertisements for the newest products. Sure, some of these newest products seem very exciting at first glance, promising convenience. But when you pause and reevaluate, you find out that most of these products are not even needed. Yet, this endless stream of advertisement keep feeding a culture of mindless consumption. It also takes up unnecessary mental space because in reality, we human beings are not designed to have such a high social battery to constantly interact with large groups of people. Yet, on social media, it somehow feels possible. But often, the depth and quality of our connections are compromised. And while we are busy curating digital memories through photo galleries, we often lose touch with the essence of those moments themselves. The very first benefit that you experience is an improved ability to let go. When I deleted social media, I did not keep a single photo as a memory from any of these platforms. Along with that choice, you naturally let go of friends you have no longer real life connection with. The ones who give you this illusion of closeness simply because you are connected online. I realized that it is far better to release such superficial friendships than to hold on to them. It also normalizes letting go of certain friendships as we grow, including childhood or school friends. There's nothing wrong with keeping old friends if they add genuine value to your life. But compensating for nostalgia by keeping them only as your social media contacts does not actually revive your friendships. Real connection takes real effort because sustainable friendships cannot be built through likes and comments alone. Another benefit I experienced is that you tend to click photos solely because you want to, and there is no such hidden intention of displaying them anywhere on social media. So, this way, you allow imperfections of your photos to add to their beauty. You also tend to find a lot of time in your day because you're not constantly checking what others are up to on social media. More privacy is maintained in your life as well. We all know how, time and again, the owners of these platforms have been called out for privacy concerns, and yet this often gets forgotten because these apps are so widely accepted that we often tend to forget that we can actually live without them. Another benefit is that you are forced to experience reality without escaping it. The small moments, such as watching a sunset, plucking a flower, enjoying the rain, or having an uninterrupted conversation. You're also less likely to follow trends because social media trends, along with influencer culture, are designed to keep you hooked. That is why the energy that could be used for something truly productive often gets drained by participating into such meaningless trends. The number one factor that you must consider before deleting social media is what is your current relationship with it. Meaning, how much time you spend on these platforms and what are the reasons you visit them in the first place. After evaluating this, it is important that you try taking digital detoxes to make your use of these apps more intentional. These detoxes can last anywhere between a few days to several months. During a detox, you'll likely experience withdrawal symptoms, fear of missing out on something significant, fear that others might forget you, or fear that others might need you and you won't be there to reply them. These are simply signs of withdrawal. To fully experience this process, it is helpful to disconnect for at least 7 days straight while writing down how it feels without engaging with these apps. Personally, I had started with just a few days, which eventually extended into several months. It was when I managed to stay away from social media for more than 9 months, I began to reconsider whether I truly needed these accounts in the first place. It was after 3 years of regular digital detoxes and very minimal use of social media, I realized these platforms had started to feel outdated for me. I could no longer relate to them. Although they do their best to keep us engaged and hooked, excessive use has been proven to be detrimental to mental health. I also realized that about half of the people I knew on social media were not truly connected to me. My absence did not bother most of them, except a few friends with whom I am connected offline as well. Those who call and meet me in person for meaningful conversations. Those few made me realize that I was already connected to the 1 or 2%, those who truly mattered, and social media was not contributing in any way in strengthening those connections. This made me realize that the passive connection that we get from social media is not the real connection at all. It is an illusion and it can actually weaken our genuine relationships. Yes, social media can make us more accessible, but that does not mean that we are building real connections through it. In the end, deleting social media is a very personal choice, but at least taking digital detoxes can do wonders for your overall well being. So, that was my experience with deleting social media. Thanks for watching and take care.